The Pope's Deliberations. What a turn of events. A mysterious girl abruptly appears, leaving a single book. Looking at Sajin's reaction, it's likely that she was a reincarnator. Sajin, call I-8. Okay. So I inform Sajin, who is staring in a daze at the place where the girl vanished. Sajin gave a start and comes to his senses, then immediately went about his duty. Sajin's figure disappears on the spot. No matter how many times I see it, it still looks like space magic teleportation, but in practice it appears to be one of the abilities from the special ninja skill that Sajin possesses. Unfortunately, it appears that he himself doesn't even understand the principle behind it, so it doesn't seem possible to reproduce the effect of the special skill. If it was possible, I would have every member of the church's Kinma unit learn it. I-8, who I had Sajin call, is from the established Kinma unit, which is a unit that deals with the discovery and elimination of those with a taboo skill and demons hidden within human society. The taboo skill that almost never occurs has never reached level 10, but it's not like it could never happen either. While the possibility exists, it is a good idea to nip it in the bud sooner rather than later. Therefore, the Church has strictly punished those with taboo since long ago. Also, because demons look no different from humans in outward appearance and all, there are times when they creep into human society for reasons such as defection or spying. Discovering such elements is one of the important functions of the Kinma unit. For the Kinma unit to achieve that, it is necessary to have a high level in the appraisal skill. I-8, who I had Sajin call, also has the appraisal skill. I called I-8 to appraise the book that the mysterious girl has left in order to determine whether there is no danger. Until I-8 arrives, I gather my thoughts. Firstly, who is that girl? At present, what can be understood is that Sajin knows that girl somehow, which can only be explained by her being a reincarnator. But there's one thing that cannot be explained by that. It is the fact that Sajin instantly recognized that the girl was a reincarnator. Sajin does not have the appraisal skill. He should not have an appraisal stone either. If that is so, then how did Sajin recognize that the girl was a reincarnator? Why did he just fucking ask? Does he know her from her previous meeting in this world? No. There's always a watch placed on Sajin. If he has ever made any questionable movements, then it's unlikely that it was not conveyed to me. Also, how is there always a watch on him if he knows how to teleport? Whatever. As far as I'm aware, there should not have been any opportunity for him to have any clandestine meeting. However, right? Yeah. There are many mysteries about the ninja skill. The full details have not been revealed by appraisal, so it's possible that there's some hidden ability that's not been covered by Sajin's personal statements. If that is so, then the possibility exists that he sneaked away without my knowledge. However, based on Sajin's reaction, that does not appear to be the case. That appeared to be genuine astonishment. Sajin is not skillful enough in acting to be able to fool me. Although there is shape-shifting ability within the ninja skill, it has not been successfully tested after all. If Sajin had a bit more acting ability, then he would be able to expand his range of activities. It's regrettable. In the first place, Sajin is lacking in discretion. I keep him at hand because I found the ninja skill to be just that fascinating. But he hasn't been able to master that skill. Ugio, who has been sent into the elf village, is much more competent. Just how many times have I wondered if it was a mistake in which personnel I have kept at hand? Damn it, not good. I've allowed my thoughts to stray again. If I make the assumption that Sajin was unaware of that girl's circumstances until now, then there is much less to consider. This is a possibility, but in that girl's previous existence, in the world where Sajin was known as Kusama Shinobu, maybe even now she has the same appearance she had then. If that is so, then I could accept why Sajin was able to tell the girl was a reincarnator instantly. However, that's where the problem lies. I don't believe that the girl has the same appearance in both this world and the previous one. Sajin, Ugio, and Yurin all have different appearances in this world. From what Ugio has reported, that is the same for other reincarnators confirmed in the elf village. I can't believe that the girl is an exception. If that's the case, then that means that the girl deliberately disguised herself to have the same appearance as her previous existence before arriving here. What is the reason for that? Though I have several ideas, the highest probability is indeed that it's because she knew Sajin was here. To put it briefly, Sajin's existence is an absolute secret even within the church. There's only a tiny handful of people who I trust with that knowledge. Has intelligence leaked out from them? Alternatively, it's also possible that Sajin himself has leaked it. Yet again, like with Sajin's ninja skill, it may be through the means of some unknown skill. If that's the case, then it's not due to a traitor, and I can relax. No, I cannot relax. After all, this means nothing other than the fact that information has been leaked out from here. In the first place, I had not seen any indication of that girl using a disguise. That's how perfect a disguise it was. It could be thought of as some strange skill that I'm not aware of. Similarly to Sajin, as a reincarnator, she should have a unique skill. Perhaps one of the effects is related to disguises. In the first place, what is that girl's objective? That should be within that book, but until it is appraised, it is too dangerous to touch. Even while there is a small chance of a trap, I must proceed with caution. Until I-8 arrives, there's nothing I can do. I also want to hear the full story from Sajin, but I sent her to call I-8. What a blunder. Pope-sama, I-8 has arrived. Enter. Just in time, Ayat has come. The man who enters through the doorway is hiding his face with a white cloth that has an eye drawn on it. The church's Kinmei unit is perhaps better thought of as a dark ops unit, because they often incite the enemy of others, and also to keep their background hidden, they hide their faces and go by a code name. Even from those within the church, the only ones allowed to know are their strong colleagues within the Sim Kinmei unit. Even among those colleagues, there's a strong implication that they are all monitoring each other. Ayat and Sajin, who went to fetch him, step forwards into the middle of the room. I know this is sudden, but please appraise this book. Certainly. Ayat stares at the book over the face cloth. However, there's no reaction. Always before, he reported the results to me immediately, but he continues to stare at the book without moving. What's the matter? It is impossible to appraise. What? The book only returns the result that it's impossible to appraise. Impossible to appraise? I've never even heard of such a thing. No, wait, there is one. The N% I equals W skill. Even when attempting to appraise the contents of that skill, I heard that it's only indicated as impossible to appraise. However, what does it mean? The contents of N% I equals W is concealed by the will of his high-ranking administrator. It is thought to be both a measure to provide favorable treatment toward the reincarnators and also to protect the reincarnators. Therefore, it is impossible to appraise. Due to the fact that this book is impossible to appraise, that means it was something from outside the laws of nature of this world, or otherwise that it is a relic from prior to the activation of the system. This may be far more explosive than I had thought. So we get another chapter with the Pope after this. And then maybe more Kumo? I don't know, I'm not sure. It's real neat, though. She's just confusing the fuck out of everybody, basically. Which is fun. Which is a lot of fun. Yay!